Hello everyone, this is Ahmed. Today I am going to show you how to do CNC carving with our TOYDIY 4-in-1 3D printer. So in this case we will use our latest firmware 1.2.3. So if you don't have this latest firmware, you can download it from our official website. Then we can get started. So let's see some model that we have done with our CNC carving. So here you can see this one is a flower, it's laser, it's CNC carved, and this one is a portrait, and it has a port that we can connect it with the USB and it will be lighting up. And this one is also a portrait, you can see it's lighting up, and here is the CNC carved. This one is our TOYDIY CNC carved, and this one also made by our TOYDIY is FDM-Dual color 3D printing. So after that we will move on that what kind of instrument that we need to do the CNC. So you can find this CNC clamp in your toolbox. So we will use it to the CNC, and then you will have a CNC carving raft that we will use it too, and this one is a screwdriver, small screwdriver, we will use it to fix the nozzle, and this one is a glass model that we will carve, and this one is the most important CNC nozzle, we will use it for our CNC. And this one is the screw for the fixation. So let's move on to the next step. So in this step we will set up the CNC carving clamp to this platform, and before that we will connect this nozzle to this tool head. So before that we will disconnect this wire and make sure the TOYDIY is turned off. Then we will connect this tool head. You can see. Then we will fasten this small screw. It needs to be fastened very tight, because during the CNC it will move so fast. So if something wrong with this fastened, maybe there will cause some danger. So make sure that it fastens accurately. So it's done, I think. Then we will connect this tool head to this slot, then use this screw to fasten the tool head with the arm. Okay. Then connect this wire to this tool head. Then we will put the CNC carving raft to this platform. Then use this clamp and just loosen, because after that we will put our object that we wanted to carve. Just okay. Then we will put it here. So you need to make sure that if you want to carve it in the middle, then you need to place it in the middle of this CNC carving raft. If you wanted to carve in a side, then you must have to put this object to the side. So in this case we wanted to carve it in the middle, so place it here. Then fasten it. So that it can't move. So make sure that you fasten very fast, very tight, because during the CNC there is a chance to move the object, so you need to ensure that to fasten very accurately. Then we can go to the next step. So just one left. You just make sure that it doesn't move. So I think it fastened very accurately. So next we will do the process with our EcubMaker software, that how we process the picture to CNC curve. So let's move on to this. By the way, now I am going to tell you one important fact, that when you fasten this carving clamp, you need to make sure that the less you can connect with the object is better, but you need to make sure it fasten correctly, because that when you put the SD card to the machine during the carving process, the G-code file will tell the CNC toolhead, that tell the machine that it will travel around circle and travel around like square. So during the travel, maybe it may connect with this raft or this clamping tool. So during that process it may causes the broken of the nozzle. So you must have to make sure that when you connect this one, as small part as possible, but you need to make sure it's fastened correctly. So this one is the tips, that when you do the CNC, maybe sometimes you don't need this magnet, you can remove the magnet from the clamping tool. You can remove it and just connect like this. So this one is the safer position. In this step I will show you how to process your model or your logo that you wanted to print with or carve with our CNC carving. So let's move on. So here we use our EcubMaker software, the 4-in-1 slicer. So let's open a file or logo that you wanted to CNC carve. So Christmas bell. So Christmas is coming, so I wanted to carve a wish on plastic glass. So let's open this one, and this one is the picture that I wanted to CNC carve. So from here, this one is the axis, so you can move the axis that you wanted to use. So usually it's leave it to 0, because you don't need to change this one. And from scaling, this is the important things, and before that make sure to click here CNC, otherwise the process will not be same. So click here CNC, and the depth will be around 0.4 to 0.6. For our recommended size is 0.4, 0.5 and 0.6. So you can choose whatever you want, but the more depth will take the more time to engrave. So just remember this one. Okay, let's move on to next things. So this one is the size. For my glass already oriented like horizontally, so I wanted to change the orientation. From here you can rotate it. So let's rotate this one like this. Okay, it's done. Then I will change the scale. So change the scale to 110. I wanted to make it the most biggest size, because for our CNC the largest size is 110 millimeter, and for this one size is okay. And so the another things is, if you click here, if you change the value from here, it will change from the all three together. As you can see, it's changed the value all three together at once. But if you didn't click here, and you just change here, it will just change in the one position, okay. But you need to make sure that this value is more than 0.4, because this value it depends on the engraving visibility. So I will show you this one in details in the layer view. So let's make it 0.5 for this case. Okay, this size is okay, everything is okay. Okay, let's slice now. So you just have to remember this value must have to need to be 0.4, more than 0.4. So you can also check this one if the value you choose is can visible on after the carving from the layer view. So we have gone to the layer view. So as you can see, everything looks very sharp, and these yellow marks means that this part will be carved. But don't worry about this curve. This one will not curve. This one is just area. It will move. The CNC nozzle will be move around with this direction during the auto home. So I will show you later this one. So this one is the layer view. This size will be cut around. Okay, so let's move on to the solid view. For this value is okay, but when you process your models, if you see something that after layer view some parts is missing, so then you can change the value from here. It will, and then slice it again and see from the layer view whether it's shown up or not. So by this one you can process your models and change the size. Okay, so slice it again. For our this one is okay, because every parts is shown up very accurately. So let's save the file. And most important things is, when you save the file, you must have to put a English name. You must have to put a English name. Okay, and as you can see, this file is a G-code file. It will save in a G-code format. Okay, so I wanted to save this one. Okay, after that we will move on to the TOYDIY. We will take the G-code to our SD card and put it on our TOYDIY for the CNC carve. Let's move on to that one. In these final steps, I will show you how to do the CNC carving with this G-code that we have processed using our EcubMaker software. So we already put the SD card in the machine. So let's start the machine. So as you can see, the logo is lightened up and it's written that EcubMaker TOYDIY. And the most important things is you need to look here that what is written here. Here is written CNC 3D printer. So it means that with this TOYDIY now CNC toolhead is installed. So if after you connect with the CNC toolhead, if it's written here the other one like FDM or laser, so then you need to go to this utility to change the toolhead from here using the steps. So in this case this one is alright. So then you need to open to this menu, CNC print guide. So what is written here in the first step, step 1, place the object. So we already placed the object, you can see this one. And step 2 is move axis. So we will move the axis. So in this step you need to place this CNC cutter to this object and you need to touch it. So we are moving this one, you can see it's moved to that side. So you need to do like this.
Right way.
Or down. Okay. So, So move this one. Move this X. Y. So Z. So you must have to put the nozzle, touch it to the middle of the object that you wanted to carve. From here you can see it's touched the object, just touch. Be careful. So sometimes maybe you can determine that it's touched or over touched. Sometimes maybe if you cannot see carefully, maybe the nozzle will be broken. So you must have to be careful when you make contact with the object. So this one for us, this step is alright. So we will select and go back, and the step 3 is set origin. So we will click here, set origin, and click to the done. And step 4, the final step, is print from SD. So we have done the Christmas bell. So we will select this one, and the printing, the carving is in progress. So you can see. So you can see it's raised up, because in this step it will detect the size of the object, and it just want to make sure that it will not touch the CNC clamp. So as you can see, this one is raised up. It's because in this step it will detect the size of the object, so that's why it's move around, and it wants to make sure that when the carving will be in progress, it will not hit the outer side or any obstacles, and it will move around one time, then it will go down. So you don't need to worry about that. So maybe usually it will take 2 to 3 minutes to do this process. After that it will move down and start the carving. This is the final carving effect that you can see from here. In this test we have done this one. And now I want to tell you two important things. Again, have a one reminder that when you have done with the step 1, when you move on to the step 2, you need to make sure the CNC bit close to the object, it just touch the object. And another thing is the size of the object, size of the carving effect, it needs to be 110 millimeter for the actual size. Okay, that's it, and thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you find any difficulty during the CNC or any other functions. We'll be with you, and contact us with our emails or Facebook, whatever is convenient for you. Bye bye.